national, I know they have all kinds of national holidays, but this is an important one. We just introduced this in May, and it has been a huge hit because it is a very well trusted and received program. It's something you can do at home. It doesn't take a lot of time. You can come back and change your will, because here's the question: do you have a power of attorney? Have you specified your end of life wishes? Do you have a guardian for your children and your pets? And have you decided how your assets are going to be distributed? And if all that made you just, glaze over and you're thinking, well, you know what, Pat, I don't have $400 an hour to spend at a lawyer because it's expensive to go to the lawyer. Well, you're going to go ahead and pick this up. You're going to decide whether you want it for the couples. That's 5 easy pays at $39.80. So you get a voucher that will be specific for a couple, 2 people. Or you can have the individual version, and that's the one that I did. That's 5 easy pays at $27.80, and that will get you a voucher for 1 year. And it's beautifully laid out. It's simple, because according to caring.com, their website, 30% of Americans have a will. What are the rest of us thinking? Like the end of life wishes. Death is a part, sadly, of life. I lost my mom. We had, I promised myself every time I'd get through this, we lost my dad, and then my mom started to get Alzheimer's, so we took her to the lawyer, and it was at least $400. And it was very uncomfortable, and we were asking her end of life wishes. We got the power of attorney. We knew who was going to do what. We did that all through the attorney. At that point, if we wanted to change it, we'd have to go back to that attorney and redo it. What happened, sadly, like life, my mom passed during COVID. And I can still tell you where we were sitting, my sisters and I, and they said to us, tell us your mom's end of life decisions. And I'm going to tell you why you want to buy this today, because it is the most difficult, heartbreaking thing to work through, losing someone. And then if you haven't discussed that with them, you don't know what their end of life decisions are. We knew what our mom's end of life decisions are. We knew who the power of attorney was. And we're here to help you today to be able to get it done with a company that we researched that has gotten rave reviews from the Better Business Bureau, and it's simple to do. If you have this all figured out, you can do it in 20 minutes. That's simple. Or if you need more time to think about it, you can do that. Let me introduce you to our expert, Paige Volovich. I can never get through that without getting the shaky voice on. I so apologize for that.
Yeah.
This you gave me an opportunity to do is just something so life-changing and important, not only for you, but for the people that you love, that you're going to leave behind.
It truly is. I mean, I think of it as the most important, beautiful gift that you can leave your family and loved ones. In fact, it's the most selfless gift, because most of us avoid it because we feel it's so overwhelming, and we feel it's that dreaded conversation. And I always say, imagine how that will be for your loved ones when you have left us. So think about doing this not only for yourself, but your children, your pets, because the misconception is, I don't need a will, I don't have a lot. And indeed, anyone over 18 years old, if you have a bank account, maybe you own a car, maybe you have a pet.
Your social media.
Right, social media, so your digital assets. That's another thing that we don't think about. But truly, this is the most innovative approach. So Trust and Will is a really brilliant company. They revolutionized the way that planners plan for their future online in 20 minutes. So what happens is, once you invest in your Trust and Will, you get this redeemable voucher. It comes home, you go online, and then it is a 20-minute self-serve platform. So they ask a question, you give your information. You start off with your name, address, your date of birth. Then it goes to beneficiaries, executor, guardian, and then it can be everything from final wishes to your funeral. It could be power of attorney. So they really thought about every detail. And then the best part is, at the end, you get not only this beautiful set, so you have these documents to have your hard copy, but you also can elect to have a digital copy for your digital safe. You get it home, you sign it, you notarize it, it's effective. And there, this becomes your instruction book.
Sign it, please, and notarize it. You have to do that final step for us. Then if you need to change it, you can change it. Now here's an update, and this happens every single time, Paige, you're used to this, because this is Individuals last call. So if you need the individual version, only 200 remaining, and that's not a whole lot in this world. Couples, there's a few more of those, and it could be two people, couples, however that relates, and you can relate to that. So many things to talk to you about, Paige. You know, the one thing that I noticed was when I went through, they also will give you most recommended as well. So if you're kind of lost or floundering, and it's specific to your state, because if you're in Pennsylvania or if you're in Arizona, it's different.
Yes, so we have a leading team of attorneys and experts, advisors that curated and crafted this. Keep in mind though, if you're navigating this and you're having, maybe a roadblock or you need some help, they have best-in-class member services. They call you members. They want you to be a part of your family. You give them a call, maybe you email, you can go on online chat, ask them no questions. They have been actually trained in grief counseling. So that will help you through that very delicate scenario and time in your life. Once you're done in 20 minutes. And I'll tell you what I absolutely enjoyed. For someone like me, I would work on it for 5-minute chunks. Then I would take a pause.
Yeah, and then you can discuss it.
And you can discuss it with your spouse, your partner.
If you're sitting in I don't know about you guys, but I have the feeling if we're sitting across the table from a lawyer, as we did with my mom, and we were all there, we fired through those questions because we knew that was $450 or $400 a minute. This you can reflect on. You can have that discussion with the people that you love, and you're being guided by professionals, which is a lovely thing. And in fact, I should share this. Trust and Will has helped over 500,000 members. They are A+ accredited by the Better Business Bureau. They have over 1,000 5 stars on Trustpilot. They also are very security conscious, so this is very safe.
It is. We have bank level encryption. So rest assured, it is a digital safe. And I'll tell you, oh my gosh, 13 years ago, we're approaching 14. My husband and I were going on our first trip, leaving our babies behind, which really was like the motivation for my will, and which happens with most of us. So the bottom line, $1,500 later, we finished the will, we felt that relief, but guess what, Pat? I took that and I put it in a safe deposit box. No family member knew where that was. They didn't know our lawyer. So not only can you have this for yourself, but you can share this. You can share this with as many people as you want, or maybe just your executor or power of attorney. But this is only as good as if people know what your wishes are. And there's lots of little things. Maybe it's wishes for your funeral. Maybe it's wishes for your animals. There's so many little details that take that worry, that concern. And let's be honest, it's a very trying time in your life. It's a great way to minimize that family conflict as well.
Because we're not promised tomorrow, and it can happen. And even if you think, well, you know what, I don't really have a lot of stuff, you do. Make it easier for the people that you love. Remember, the voucher will come to you in either individual. If you're quick, make sure that you put it in your cart and you check out, or couple, whatever works best. Then you will go ahead, and it's simply, if I could do it, anybody could do it. In fact, I did it on the phone in a parking lot waiting for my daughter. You can go through everything. You can think about it. You take your time. There's experts. It's state specific on this. Then when you get it home, promise us you will sign it and notarize it. And you can get a notary in every town, everywhere. They're easy to find. And then you will have the hard copy that you can keep and you can share. It's a beautiful thing. Paige, thank you for coming back to Sunday Your Way.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here.
We appreciate it. All right. All right. Vanessa, do you